Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. In today's episode, we got more optional super bosses to take care of, continuing on with the hunt for the super bosses. And so next up, we are back in Agrabah, and we want to go back to Aladdin's house because we can see that the carpet is freaking out at the moment, and so we gotta talk to him, and he wants to go somewhere, so let's go around the carpet and see what's up. Alright folks, so here we have optional super boss number 2. This is Kurt Zisa. And so as soon as you get the fight started, you want to quickly, and I say very quickly, activate the summon spell Tinkerbell. And the reason for that is because, well, for one thing, you're definitely going to need her for the healing because of how agile this guy is. And of course, and the reason for that, well, another reason for that is because, you know, as soon as the fight starts, Kurt Zisa will actually disable your magic with these, as long as he has those two orbs in his hands. Well, those multiple arms that he has right here. And not only the magic though, but he'll also disable your summon spells as well. So yeah, as soon as the fight starts, immediately summon Tinkerbell because you're gonna need her because of how fast he is and how much he hurts. And so yeah, so for the strategy for this, what you want to do is that yeah, you'll see these orbs. You want to strike those orbs down first and destroy them. And then once you do both of them, then that's when you want to go ahead and he gets stunned, and so that's your chance to attack Kurt Zisa himself. And just by attacking with the head, or the cobra-like head there. And so, you know, just keep repeating the process. And he actually does have a few patterns for attacks. After this, he'll start floating in the air, and then he'll create this force field around him. And then you want to use your Thunder Magic for this. As a matter of fact, before you fight him, make sure you have your Thunder Magic equipped to your shortcuts. That way there will be easier. And you also want to, you're going to want a lot of ethers as well because you will be using that kind of magic a lot. Even though he does drop these MP orbs as well. And he also does this. But yeah, just constantly use the Thunder Magic when he's using the force field around him. So that way there he'll get stunned. And of course, well, you know, either you have ethers or make sure you have Goofy's MP gift equipped as well, which I would always do because it's better that way. And you know, just keep on repeating the process, and he also has a few more attacks to do as well. By the way, I'm actually gonna do this will be 2 super bosses in one video, as you can probably know right about now. The reason for that is because it doesn't really take me that long to defeat Kurt Zisa here. Like, as long as you know what you're doing, he's actually not that bad, or not too long here. And also, he does his spinning attack as well, so he does it both horizontally and then vertically. When he does his horizontal spin attack, then you want to jump over it, but when he does his vertical position, then you use a dodge roll, which, of course, he never actually does for some reason. But yeah, that's about it. Just watch out for his sword attacks, and then, yeah, you should be fine. As long as you know what you're doing, then he's not really too long of a boss fight. And one piece of trivia that I actually do want to bring up, did you guys know that Kurt Zisa is actually the name of the person who won a contest, which is basically to have your name in the game. So yeah, if you guys didn't know that, Kurt Zisa is actually a real person. So yeah, he won the contest for the name of the game. I'm not sure if it applies to the game itself or a super boss, but yeah, there we go. And that was Kurt Zisa. Yeah, pretty quick, I would say. And so Zora learns Zetsuken, and we have answers report 11, so looks like we have about 2 more, hopefully if we have the complete collection. So yeah, Kurt Zisa wasn't really that long of a boss fight, that was where, you know what, I can actually do the other super boss in one video. So yeah, that's why I decided to go for just 2 super bosses in one, because, you know, I didn't think it was going to take me that quickly for to beat Kurt Zisa. So yeah, I thought I was just going to do 1 for each, but no, we can just do 2 in 1. Because, like, yeah, I can just, there's more room for the other one. Alright, so with that, so let's go and head over to where the next super boss is. And the next one is going to be right here in Neverland. Well, actually, not exactly in Neverland. So now that we're back here in, well, Neverland, I would say. First thing we're going to want to do is that we're going to want to switch over to Peter Pan, because the only way to actually access the clock tower from Captain Hook's ship is you actually have to have Peter Pan with you, so that way there you can talk to Tinkerbell that's over there. And make sure you have Stopra and, well, actually I would say Stopra and then Thundaga equipped, because you're going to need a lot of the other magic spells for this next super boss, but I decided to just equip Thundaga for now, but definitely equip the Stop spell with you, because that's actually one of the most important things. And you also want to make sure to have Goofy with you, because, again, this is another kind of a MP, well, another kind of super boss where you have to use MP a lot, and so just make sure you have Goofy with you for him to use MP gift. So let's talk Tinkerbell. And now we just have to go back over to London where the clock tower is, so let's go over there now. Alright, so here's optional super boss number 3. This is the Phantom, aka Lord Ombra. Which, of course, we'll have that explain in a minute. But first, let me go and say some details about the boss. So, for the Phantom here, the first thing he's going to do is that what you just saw there, as why you see the number 12 on top of Peter Pan's head, is that what the Phantom just did was that he casted a spell called Doom. And so you'll see the those fireballs or these will-o'-the-wisps around the clock itself. What that does is that whenever you cast Doom, the timer for Peter Pan will actually go down, and so that's where you want to use the stop spell on the clock tower, so that way there the Doom spell will actually stop in place. What happens is that as the timer goes down, once it reaches 0, then your party member who has it affected will actually be dead, not just knocked out, actually dead, which means you can't revive your party member at all. So it's like completely useless, or just by using Cure just survive it. They're completely dead, and there's nothing else to do about it. And so when Peter Pan goes first, then the same will apply to your next party member, in this case Goofy. And then once Goofy's dead, then he'll go and target Sora next, and after that, then you lost his fight. And so in order to beat the Phantom, you actually see his heart here. Well, it's supposed to be the core. We'll just say the heart because it's actually a heart. It'll actually change color once what happens. It'll come by white, blue, red, and yellow. If it's white, then you have to use your physical attacks against the heart. If it's blue, then you have to use Blizzard. It's basically like the same kind of matching color for your spells. So make sure you use one that matches. So yeah, in this case, if it's blue, then you use Blizzard. If it's red, then you use the Fire spell, and if it's yellow, then use the Thunder spell. And he has another attack that he can use, is that he actually has this kind of a worm attack. And what it is, that it's basically some kind of a red evil wave or evil kind of aura that he'll use against you. The only way to actually avoid it is that you have to, he actually has to go to the side of the clock tower where he can't even see you, because if you're in front of him, then he'll actually just, it'll go right after you, and there's no way to avoid that. So you have to go right at the, at one side of the clock tower away from him, so that way there you can actually be able to avoid it. It's the only way to do so. That's actually what you have to do. And so, I would say the Phantom is definitely annoying for one thing, especially in the later half of this in this fight. Is that for one thing, he constantly moves around, and he also tries to swipe at you with a claw, which does deal quite a lot of damage against Sora. As you can see right here, he took a good chunk of my health. And also, yeah, the sauce will also wear off though. So once you see the minute hand going down, then you want to hurry up. You want to hurry up and just use the stop spell, and make sure you have a good distance too, because stop spell won't even be activated until you actually have a good enough distance to where you can actually well, because since I'm currently having a Stopra, then it has a kind of a limited range. But hopefully, though, we'll have it'll be upgraded to a Stopga, which has a wider distance or wider radius to use the stop spell. So, one of the most annoying thing about the Phantom is that for one thing, he'll constantly move around. He does not know how to stand still. Especially if you try to use Blizzard, because, you know, that's one of the reasons why I actually absolutely hated using Blizzard against him, because Blizzard has kind of a... It has a shitty kind of, aim, as opposed to Fire, or the Fire Magic. And yeah, I'm actually surviving this one because I have a second chance equipped. But yeah, the Phantom doesn't know how to stand still, especially if you're trying to use a Blizzard attack. And, you know, I try to take aim at him, but, you know, he just keeps on moving around, and then my spells would miss easily. So, yeah, I'm actually thankful that Goofy's using an MP gift, especially when my MPs are running low. But, yeah, you have to constantly just, like, make sure you aim good at him because, you know, because of how he constantly moves around and as you're trying to fly around him. And, you know, just take good aim at him because, you know, it could very easily miss. So, yeah, it's definitely one of the most annoying things about the Phantom. And he's also very long as well, because, you know, because of the way, it's kind of a waiting game where, you know, just to make sure that they just, attack at exactly the right time. And his HP kind of goes down one by one as well. So, yeah, it's very long. It can drag a bit, but it's also very annoying as well because of the way he just moves around constantly. And yeah, because of how hard he is, I also would recommend use the arrow spell for extra defense. And of course, use the cure spells a lot of times if you absolutely have to. Because yeah, this is one of those boss fights where you would have to use the, you'll be using your MP quite a lot of times, so make sure you have a lot of either at your disposal, or, you know, make sure you have Goofy with you for his MP gift. And so, another piece of trivia for you guys. So the Phantom, well, actually, for the reason why I nicknamed him Lord Ombra is because, did you guys know that the Phantom is supposed to be based on one of the antagonists in one of the Peter Pan novels named Lord Ombra? Because, you know, basically the design of this boss and, you know, basically his role in the kind of book. I never really read the book, though, but I heard some tidbits about the book itself. Because, you know, I probably wouldn't know much about the Peter Pan mythos. I only saw the Disney movie, is what it is, or the old animated Disney movies, which I mean, by the way, is actually one of my absolute favorite classic Disney movies, I would say. That and also Hook, if you remember that movie by you know, with Robin Williams. Yeah, you know that movie. Yeah, so I don't really know that much of the Peter Pan mythos, but I will say that Lord Ombra is basically the Phantom kind of antagonist with a design alone, and so so I would say it's kind of a nice callback or a kind of reference because the Phantom here seems to be based on Lord Ombra, even though the Phantom himself never really appeared in the Disney movie. But you know, I would say that it appears to be based on it, so that's actually a neat little neat little touch here, I would say. It's a nice little idea. Also, his color palette is very different as well compared to Vanilla Cage 1, where the Phantom's color scheme in Vanilla Cage 1 is entirely black, and there's like blue streaks at the bottom of his cloak. Well, Final Mix is all like it's very much monochrome, you know. So all of a white robe with only the arms of the sleeves of the robe being black. So yeah, basically keep repeating the process, and yeah, I see the Doom is near completion. Now Peter Pan's at the counter of 4. We're almost done here, though. I mean, it just takes a few more, or just takes a few more. And I do apologize for the voice crack. It happens a lot. My voice crack never stops here, apparently. Oh, and yeah, and the clock is moving, so it's hurry up and use to stop. I was like, I was actually very desperate when I was recording this, because like I was like getting frustrated and at the same time like just kind of panicking a little bit. I was like, oh shit, I really gotta stop. I really gotta stop the clock here. Stop the minute hand on the clock tower. Because at that point, since the Phantom was getting low on HP, then I had to hurry and just try to attack him. Because at that point, I was yeah, like I said, I was very desperate. And yeah, he keeps on attacking me there, and so I was trying to make sure I had the cure spell. So I was like, oh shit, I don't want to die at this. Go so far. And yeah, thank you guys for actually doing the work for me. It's like one of those things where like while it was white, then my party members actually do it. I never thought they would actually do that, because like, you know, I never even expect my party members to actually help me for once and just do the work for me while the orb was white. So thank you guys for your help. Especially Goofy though, at least he's a team player. Alright, and there we go, and one more swipe, and that's it, and that was the Phantom. And so obtain the power time. Stopper has been upgraded to Stopga. Yeah, star reward for, which is ironic enough, for actually getting we're actually having to use a stop spell. And so, yeah, so Phantom's done, and so, yeah, Cloak Shadow is what we got. So, yeah, Kurt Zisa and the Phantom is down for this video. But we're not exactly done yet, folks, because there's 2 more. I want to say 1 more if it was vanilla, but no, there's 2 more super bosses we have to fight. Oh, gee, thanks, Goofy, for pushing me there. Alright, so, for the next super boss, oh, man, I bet this is probably the one you guys have been waiting for, and the one that I was dreading, and so that was kind of not mentally ready for this, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We are going to go back to Olympus Coliseum because there is one surprise kind of super boss that is going to be waiting for us we have to fight. So next time we'll be facing him. So until next time, see you guys later.